Up next in just about 2 minutes or so, we'll have Coach Mike Norvell from Memphis. And looks like we're joined by Coach Mike Norvell from Memphis. Tigers are 5-1 overall, 1-1 in the American. Memphis was in action at Temple this past Saturday. Temple won the game 30-28. Tigers are back at home on Saturday. They'll be facing Tulane at Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium in Memphis. It'll be a 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central start on ESPN2. Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the call today. If we just get your thoughts on the game at Temple, and we expect to see you as you're back at home on Saturday to face Tulane, please.
Yeah, you're coming off the Temple game, it was a hard-fought matchup. We knew going into it it'd be a four-quarter game. Obviously we'd a lot of you have to go off to the way that they played and the job they did throughout the game. We've got to do a better job of taking care of the football, eliminating the big plays. And then, but I really was pleased with our guys and their fight to play through to the finish. We got down, we got off to a really poor start. We were down 16-0 there early, but our guys, they just continued to battle back and put ourselves in a position to have a chance to win the game there late. We just didn't make enough plays.
And could you get your thoughts on the matchup with Tulane, please?
Yeah, Tulane's one of the best teams in American Conference. I think they've proven that. You'll hear over the last 6 weeks. Played at a really high level. They've won at home. They won on the road. You've definitely been battle tested. In what they've done. To this point in the season, you got all the respect in the world for Coach Fritz and the job that he does. Last year, they did a wonderful job against us when we went down to New Orleans, and our kids have a tremendous amount of respect for this team that we're going to play against. They're playing at a championship caliber level, and they're well coached and very explosive in every phase, offense, defense, and special teams.
Coach, we'll take questions for Coach Mike Norvell. Please star 1 on your telephone keypad. We'll put you in the queue, and then the operator will introduce you.
We'll go to Dan Tortora with wakeupcalldt.com.
Good afternoon, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing well. Myself, Dan.
Doing well. Thanks for asking. Obviously, I know you talked about the game a little bit here in the intro, but, Temple over the last few years, seemingly no matter who their head coach is, has been able to play spoiler when a top 25 comes into town or they go up against them. Just what you can say about what Temple's been in this conference and just what your takeaways have been from a team that seems to never say die in these games.
Well, I think when you look at their program in the last few years, you start back with Coach Rule, and that's my experience with them. It's a very tough, hard-nosed football team. They've got a lot of explosive athletes out on the perimeter, and they do a great job in what they try to do schematically, and really how they play. And they did a really nice job getting off to a fast start. In our game, and then it was a really good American Conference matchup. It was two of the better teams in our league. And they made more plays there throughout to give themselves a chance to win.
And then for your team, obviously this is the first loss of the season after starting the season 5-0. How has the team responded to that loss, and just what you could say about the bounce back, maybe the resolve of the team after now having that first loss on the schedule?
Yeah, it was obviously disappointing to come up short, but, I thought our guys' mindset, was disappointed but ready to get back to work. And we came out and we put that game to bed. Obviously saw the mistakes that were made and that contributed to us coming up short. And, we came back to practice last night and went to in an effort to get that corrected because we know we have a great football team coming in here this week that we've got to get better and we've got to play at a very high level. So I think the one thing that we've shown throughout this season is our guys are going to respond regardless of situation and circumstance. And we did that even in some tough moments there on Saturday. But we're looking forward to getting back to work here this week and trying to go put ourselves in a position to be successful.
Well, thank you, Coach, and as always, good luck moving forward.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll go to Gary Smith with the New Orleans Advocate.
Hi, Coach. Will Hall was on your staff last year, and he's really got the Tulane offense rolling as offensive coordinator. What was your experience with him in your 1 year, and did you see that potential in him?
Yeah, Will's a great football coach, and I was honored to have him a part of the staff here last year. He brought great value to what we were doing. I've known Will for a long time, and he's been successful whether as a player or as a coach throughout his career, and he's doing what I expected him to do when he took the job. He understands how to utilize personnel very versatile in his offensive attack. Everything starts with the run game. And I think they're, looking at it, I think they're averaging over 6 yards per rushing attempt, which is one of the tops in the country. And then, also one of the most explosive offenses in the country, being able to push the ball down the field. Does a great job with the play action and, really getting the ball in his playmakers' hands.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And do we have any other questions for Coach Norvell, please? Star 1 on your telephone keypad if so. Coach, appreciate you giving us a few minutes as always. Look forward to hearing from you once again next Monday.